Hello everyone, and today I'm going to show you how to make one of these. Alright, to make one of these, all you're going to need is some ball bearings, a ton of pennies, and of course some super glue. Alright, first what you're going to do is you're going to take a ton of pennies and sort them out, find the ones you want to use as your weights. You're going to need 4 for each weight, so if you want to make multiples, you're going to have to get 4 per stack. If you want to use 5, you can use 5, but it's a little off, and same thing with using 4. You're not going to get a precise fit to the exact size of the bearing, but once you find those, you're going to want to stack them up and lay them out how you want them. After that, you're going to take your bearing and do a test to it. Make sure you notice that it's not going to be level, and I'll show you how to make it as level as possible in a minute. And after that, you're going to lay them out into order. You're going to grab your super glue and put a thin layer all the way around it, and then lay your first one on top of it. This is the second most important step in making your spinner, because if you mess it up, which is really easy to mess up, it will make it hard to properly adhere the penny stack to the side of the bearing. Now if you're thinking about using hot glue to do this step, I strongly suggest against it, because it can add extra height and weight to it, and it would be really inconsistent between each penny and penny stack. With the super glue, it's much lighter than hot glue, and it's very unlikely to cause any issues with weight differentials, and it will be very slightly off. So I do suggest using super glue instead of hot glue if you can. Alright, and once you're done with your penny weights, making as many as you want, you're going to want to take your bearing, grab some 80 grit sandpaper. You can buy this at the dollar store, you can buy this at Home Depot, you can buy it at Lowe's, you can buy it basically anywhere. You're just going to take a small piece and sand down the sides where you want it. It's really not that hard. You can skip this step if you want, you just won't get as good of a adhesion with the super glue to the pennies. And what's the golden rule with super glue? Go on, you know it. You know it, don't you? Of course you know it. But if you don't know it, the golden rule is a little bit goes a long way. And it's always good to use a little bit at first and then put a little bit more around it to make it structurally fit. There's many ways you can do this depending on what type of super glue you're using. I put a little bit too much on the first one, so I had to redo it. And this is what you're going to want to have as your end goal. As you can see, the top one is supported a little bit more than the one on the side, and to do this you want to take your super glue. I suggest use the super glue gel, and you just want to take like a line of it and drag it across and fill in the gaps right there. Now, as I said earlier, to get those things aligned properly, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just glue the first one on, and then for the second one you're going to want to put down 2 pennies, preferably of the same year, because that's when they're most likely completely alike, and you're going to have no height difference, because pennies are very inconsistent over the years. And you're going to want to put them on top of each other, put the penny weights, because it's going to be a lot easier to level them, and it's going to be as level as you're going to get it. And once you're done, you're done. Let it dry and you have your spinner. So thanks for watching. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, and leave in the comments what else you want to see next. And yeah, I'll also leave a link for bearings and the link in the description. I bought some more bearings that I really do suggest. Half of them are really good. So go ahead and have a nice day, guys. Bye.